come together as math teachers to just, actually, everybody, could you stand up and come over here? We're going to look at this part of the board right here. So could you stand up and stand next to somebody that you're going to be able to talk to about some math ideas? And I'm going to tell you what. Yeah. So, and I'm going to move this back a little bit. So. All right, so have somebody that you can talk to and move as close as you can over here so you can see the board. So you can actually come and stand over here, like up over this way. So Mr. Feely, and the reason why we're doing anything with you is because we want you to be able to accomplish whatever you want in life. And whether you want to start your own business or you want to do whatever. And we know that there are certain things that research is saying helps the brain grow, so we're going to try something out together. Ready? So one of the things that we know about the brain is those words up there. When those things are happening, your brain grows. So we're going to do something that's going to last about maybe 7 to 10 minutes max. Okay? And in doing so, I'm going to ask you which ones of those things happened when you were doing it at the end. Okay? So right now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold something in front of you for about 2 seconds, maybe even less. And you're going to have to determine the number of dots. Okay? So how many dots do you see? And you're going to have to justify it to your partner. Okay? You're only going to get to see it for about 2 seconds, and it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. What matters is how you're talking to each other about how you see it. How you talk to each other about your math ideas is what matters. Ready? You're going to get 2 seconds, maybe less. Ready? I practiced this with my wife, and she's like, no, it's too long. Shorter. Okay, ready? Here goes. How many dots are there? You ready? How many blue dots are there? Okay, privately think for a second.
20.
How many blue dots are there? Talk to, get just no more than 3 to a team. No more than 3 to a team. So who's partners? Who's partners?
Why is 3 so complicated?
Okay, ready? Talk together about how many you saw. Go ahead. Okay?
I saw 6.
And justify why would they believe you? Why would they believe that there's the number that you said?
So how many you saw 5? How did you see 5? I saw 3 groups of 2.
3.
I saw 2.
Okay, ready? Pause for a second. Ready? So let's just go around. Yell out some numbers. So how many did you see? Ready? Just yell now. 6, 5.
We saw 5.
Others? Any others? Anybody? 7? Okay, 6, 5, 7. Okay, guess what? It doesn't matter, right? We're just gonna get the answer out on the table. The answer really doesn't matter more. What matters more is our reasoning. Ready? Here it is. So talk together about how your ideas are the same and different when I put this up. Okay, ready? How are your ideas the same and different when that's what I put up? Okay? Talk together about how your ideas are the same and different. Okay?
I don't get it.
I
There's still 6.
All right.
So how did you see 5?
And 10.
Did you see any
They're triangles.
3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, now we're gonna do this kind of quickly, and I don't know your names, and I'm not that great of a speller, so I'm just gonna put the first letter of your name in case we need to go back and identify whose idea was whose. So can somebody get us started to say how many dots are there? Okay, so that's the least important part of the conversation. What's really important? Answers are part of the process, but really, how do you know there's 6? How did you see it originally? Who wants to start? You got it? Got it? How did you?
5.
Okay. How did you see the 5?
Well, I saw like 2 over there, 1 in the middle, and then 1 on the other side.
So when you say two over there, can you come up and point to them? What do you mean two over there? What were the two that you saw first?
I saw these.
Okay, you saw those two? And then what did you see next? Oh, I thought you said those two, so.
So I saw like this. That's in the image. I saw like
Okay, wait. So this is helpful. We need you to be really clear with the representation. You saw 5. Where were the 5 that you saw? Go for it.
these two.
Uh-huh. All right, these two. Which one?
These two. One and then two.
Okay, so like this, and then this, and this one or this one? Okay, so like this. So now how many are there?
There's 6.
Okay, so is this how you might see it now or no?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
Mark.
All right, so I'm gonna put O here. All right, thanks. So let's hear. So I'm gonna create this. So we're saying it's 6, and here's a representation of how Omar might see this. Okay. So now I'm gonna ask that we hear from another mathematician, and we actually just go around. Go for it. How'd you see it? How do you see the 6?
I saw these 4 making kind of like a diamond, and then I saw these 2 on the side of it.
Okay, so like this, and then like that.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Mariah.
All right, so like this. All right, and how did you see it?
I just counted them.
Okay, so how did you count them?
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but like show us, like, because, what do you mean? What's your name?
Riley.
All right, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah, who thought that she was actually going to do that? Because I did not think she was going to do that. Can somebody do a revoice of actually how she counted them? That was not what I. Go ahead. Try it. I see you trying to do it from there. How did she count them? Go ahead. Can you come up to show us? Because I have to draw it. Ready? Is that how you did it?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that?
Yeah.
All right. And name and how'd you see it? How do you see the 6? Go ahead.
Wait, on the side
With a K?
of these 4 and then these 2.
Okay, so you saw this, like that, and then that. And, interesting. All right, and name and how'd you see it?
I'm Polly. I saw it the same way as Mariah.
Okay, so here?
Yeah.
All right, so like this. All right, so can you revoice it then? Go ahead, how do you see it?
I saw. You want me to go up there?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw these 4 in a diamond and then these 2.
Okay, and then is that how you saw it? Who started?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you saw it. Okay, so now name and how do you see the 6? Go ahead.
Rebecca, I saw it like these 3.
Wait, okay, so how? Can you draw it? Okay, good. So 2 triangles. Okay, thanks, Rebecca. All right, and name and how do you see it? And did you use blue?
My name is Zena, and I saw it as I counted, so I went 2, 4, 6.
You fancy.
Wait, where's the?
2, 4,
Ah.
6.
So really similar to Riley. Wait, Riley?
Yeah.
Really similar to Riley's, but you counted in 2s instead of by 1s.
So, should I do that?
Show us however you think it's.
I guess it looks like that.
Oh, like that? Okay.
Like maybe straight sleeve.
You have an idea, but go ahead.
What if I go like this?
Draw it on there.
Yeah.
Oh, like that? Is that what your idea was?
Yeah. They're supposed to be more curved than that.
All right. Name and then how do you see it?
I'm Rachel, and I saw 2 groups, and then
Which two? Go ahead.
and then
So 2 groups of 3.
yeah.
Okay. And next, what's your name and how do you see it?
My name is Julia, and I see like these.
Okay, so like that. What's your name? Julia. Did we make it right? No? Go
So
ahead.
I got 3 more.
Go ahead.
My name's Shonda.
Yeah, 3 more to have equity of voice here.
I went like this.
So
I
you
just saw the 3, and then I was like, there's 3 more. There's 2 right there.
so really, even though you saw it like 3, you draw this, you really saw 3, and
Then I
then
went to the 2, and then I went to the 1.
that as 3. So you saw 3 plus 3 or 3 times 2?
3 plus 3.
So 3 plus 3, and her first 3 was here, and the second 3 was here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about name and how did you say it? Go ahead.
My name's Tiffany. I saw the same one Rebecca did.
So I'm gonna try. So Rebecca here.
Up.
Here.
2 triangles.
2 triangles. All right. So can you draw it and then do yours?
Yeah.
You can draw her idea and then yours.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Her idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a triangle. What is that?
Okay. Okay.
And then the way
What's yours? Wait, what was your name again? All right, let's put the T in there. And then
I saw the way Zena saw it, like that.
go like that.
1, 2.
Okay, so we made it around. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how I saw it too. Which maybe in a true number talker or dot talk I wouldn't do this, but so I actually saw somebody see this as a, instead of like how you're seeing it, they actually saw it as a one-legged bear. Okay. So
Where?
isn't that kind of weird? So they saw like
What is happening?
Teddy bear?
like a teddy bear.
Oh.
They saw a one-legged teddy bear. Isn't that kind of bizarre?
Wait.
It looks like a rock.
I was doing this with the other students and they saw it like that. Okay? I mean, I drew a rough sketch of it, but I mean, it's one-legged teddy bear because there's a missing leg there. Okay? But then they were thinking that it was 6 because that's just how they thought about it. But the reason why we would do something like this is because what we want you to notice, if you would come over here with me now, or can. So what we're going to ask you to do is think, what's something from the top row and the bottom row? What's one thing from the top row and from the bottom row that happened as you were doing that mathematics? Okay? And then in 30 seconds, I'm going to ask you to share with a partner. Another 15. This is rough draft talk. You don't have to have something finalized here. Okay, with a partner or most 3 to a team, talk about something that you did in both of those rows. Okay, go.
So you wrote regularity, pattern, structure, this side, 3 lines, and then the private reason. I would think
Bottom one.
Okay. So I have one more question. By the way, I heard you say a number of things like using representations, working with mistakes, because some people had said 5 and 7 and then changed their mind. Making connections and also noticing the patterns. So that means that the brain is actually getting bigger mathematically and growing. So my last question for you is, I know some of those habits of interaction happen, but would you say a majority of what you were doing, when you look at those green arrows, was what your talk was when you listened to each other and you talked to yourself? Was it more using those things to justify, or was it more using those things to generalize? Talk to each other about that. Go ahead.
mine was justifying because you had a different number than me. So I was trying to show in your head like why I was getting 6 and why you were getting 5.
I think the bottom was hard for this one.
And
All right, so anybody want to share? Did anybody hear the trend of what you think, what would you anticipate somebody was going to say right now? On the count of 3, say it. 1, 2, 3.
Justify.
Yeah, it was a huge trend. So can somebody just defend why you think it was justifying? Good.
Because Omar had 5 and I had 6, so I was trying to like prove to him why I had 6.
So part of justifying is refuting or like trying to defend an idea that's being challenged.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me just end by saying this.